This was the toughest interview in history. But when the candidates received their test papers, they were completely baffled, because the paper was completely blank. There was nothing on it at all. The candidates were totally confused, but no one dared to speak up, because before the exam began, the examiner had announced 3 strict rules. No talking to the examiner or security guards. No leaving the room. No marking or staining the test paper. Breaking any of these rules meant immediate disqualification. And there was only one correct answer to this interview. After hearing this, everyone kept their mouths shut. After all, the first rule clearly stated no talking to the examiner. Seeing that no one responded, the examiner started an 80-minute countdown and left the room. Staring at the blank paper in front of them, everyone was at a complete loss. They had no idea what the test was even about. Clearly, landing this $100,000 a year position wasn't going to be easy. As the minutes ticked by, one woman finally cracked. She figured the company wanted them to write a career report. So without hesitation, she started writing on the paper. But before she could even finish her first sentence, the examiner walked straight toward her. Without a word, he escorted her out of the room. As it turned out, she had violated the 3rd rule. She had marked the test paper. Watching the woman get disqualified just for writing, everyone quickly put down their pens. Just as they were running out of ideas, the man in the black suit suddenly smiled. He realized the examiner had only stated 3 rules. So as long as they didn't break those 3 rules, they'd be fine. To test his theory, he struck up a conversation with the bearded guy next to him. After all, the rules only said no talking to the examiner or security guards. Nothing about talking to other candidates. Sure enough, the security guard nearby didn't react at all. And with that, the man in black grew even bolder. He stood up without hesitation, and even started walking around the room. To his surprise, the guard still didn't budge. Seeing that his actions were allowed, the others finally felt safe enough to speak up. They started discussing why the test paper was blank. That's when a woman with long hair suddenly stood up. She suggested the paper might be made of some special material. Maybe if they shone a light on it, the questions would appear. The others thought she was onto something, so they started holding their papers up to the light, hoping to reveal hidden text. But after several attempts, nothing showed up on the paper. Then the man in the gray suit had an idea. Maybe the paper needed a special kind of light, like UV, infrared, or X-ray. But there was nothing like that in the room. Just as everyone was losing hope, the blonde woman suddenly noticed emergency lights mounted on the walls. Maybe those were the lights they needed. To test this theory, the man in black immediately smashed the overhead lights. As the room plunged into darkness, the emergency lights flickered on. Excited, they held up their papers to check. But unfortunately, nothing changed on the test paper. The bearded guy suggested they might not have found the right type of light. Maybe there were other lights in the room.